a superstar. Your music, Erica, is
Thank you.
everything. But
Thank you,
my
love.
first question would be when we go get a new album. I mean, I was because I hear that you're working on something, but when are we gonna get and expect a new album from you?
Well, I've been working hard, especially in this quarantine. I mean, the creativity that is happening right now is beyond. It's almost like uncontainable because I have so many ideas coming to me at once. I'm like, whoa! I have to like write them all down, and a lot of good stuff is going to come out of this. So I don't like to rush the creative process because I also feel like the world is going through a huge transformation, and whatever I put out to the world, I always want to evolve, and I always
I'm
want
like,
it to be
wow.
healing. So it has to be important. It has to be the right message. But I am aiming for the fall to answer your question.
Yes, because I want to ask you like, how are you doing? Because I've seen so many artists now doing like virtual concerts and stuff. Have you ever thought about doing that?
Yes, I've thought about doing that. I'm going to be doing one for Hard Rock Live, I think, in August. So I don't know if it's going to be the new wave, but yes, it definitely has to be an option at this point, right?
Yes, because I it's so many artists out here that they're going through it because everything is shut down. But I tell the artists, take advantage of people being at home, get your mic, get a camera, and just live stream to your fans and possibly to even new fans because everybody's at home right now. Everybody
Yeah.
got focus. Everybody can sit down. They ain't got a lot of distractions now.
Exactly, exactly. And being home in your own intimate environment, I
Yeah.
think it's kind of nice, you can just like be you and do you.
Yes. I was just listening to your record with Brian McKnight, and I just y'all vocally just was like wonderful. And I think what's missing today is like duets without all of the mumble rap, just good singing.
Ugh,
You know,
yes.
I enjoy that record. Like that was incredible. Like the sound, just listening, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to do that record to kind of bring back that collaboration, the real music. And so that was the whole point, and I'm glad it got across.
Yes. Because what do you have to say about today's market? Because I feel like the market have been dominated with rap, and R&B artists are like, I would say, struggling to be on to get on the charts. Like what's your take on that?
Exactly that. I don't know what happened in the last, 8 to 10 years, but we need R&B back. The world needs it back. It hasn't died because there's so many R&B artists all over the world. There's so many. It's just the exposure that isn't there, and I think major labels sort of decided, okay, well, that's not we're choosing that's not the market right now, hip hop, and like you said, the that type of music, uh, which I don't even think is all real hip hop, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll take real music in any genre at this point. But I think we need to really start giving the platform back to real R&B music because people need it.
Absolutely. And people have to support it. And that's why I tell the artists that's out now, take advantage of this downtown to really create. So when you can go back, you got a lot of music out. Um, I see that
Yeah.
before it changed the rules now, it's making it easier because now the rules where people were making merchandise and they pretty much were taken away from like pure sales. So do you agree with Billboard changing the rules back to not combining it with merchandise with your single?
Um, I like the old Billboard personally. I like the old Billboard. I like the original, you know, blueprint of how it worked with radio and sales, and I mean, streaming is a whole new game, but we have to add that in now. But I like the original template.
Yes, me too. Because I feel like a lot of artists like yourself are not really getting a shot because they have so many other artists that can manipulate the charts where you buy this t-shirt and and the music can be garbage, but
Yeah.
because you got merchandise, I think that's unfair for other artists that really just don't want to be in the business of selling t-shirts or hats, but want to be in the business of selling music.
Yeah, and it takes away from the music.
Yes.
Damn it.
Who would you like to work with now? Because I see you work with Brad McKnight. If you had to choose for your next project that would be like a dream collaboration, whether it's producer or the artist, who would you like to work with for this next project?
um, if I could collaborate, well, my favorite male artist, male singer of all time now is Cisco.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. My he's my absolute favorite. Which is really cool because where my record label BSC is actually producing a project
Wow.
of the song Secret Garden remade. And
Wow.
we have Cisco on it, Sean Stockman from Drew Hill, Raheem Devon, and Omar Wilson from our label. And I've been a part of the production, and it is just out of this world. Real R&B. It's real R&B. Wait till you hear it.
I
Oh
can't
my god.
I can't wait. And your remix that you did, I Love You featuring T Bars was amazing as well. Tell
Thank
me about
you.
that. What inspired you to remake that song?
I've always loved Faith Evans. She was definitely a big inspiration. She's an icon in R&B music, and that was actually recommended to me from my publicist because I was going through different cover songs, and he was like, "You know what? That this song fits your voice perfectly." And I'm like, "You know what? That's actually my favorite song from her. So, why don't I give it a whirl?" And it worked out perfectly. And adding T Bars on it, T Bars has the dopest vibe ever.
Yeah.
And just together, we just, created a vibe. And I like to keep, with cover songs, I like to keep the integrity of
Yeah.
the original because, I want to honor and respect the roots of where the song came from, but also put a vibe to it. You got to have a vibe.
Yes. Do you feel like with as an artist, do you have the responsibility to speak on political issues, or do you think that should just be a separate? Do you feel like you as an artist should get involved politically and to make political statements?
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. Me personally, um I'm a visionary. I'm here for uniting. I'm here for bringing us forward. I'm here for healing. So, me personally, it's I can't do it because number one, it's overwhelming, and number two, it's almost like feeding the beast. It's like once you step in,
Yeah.
you can't get out. And I respect artists that do it, but for me personally, I'm here to help people heal. Because at the end of the day, we all need healing. We're all human. There needs to be more compassion. So that's what I'm here to spread. That's
Yeah.
my personal choice.
I agree with you on that. If you had to pick a male rapper though, who would you collaborate with? Cause I would love to see, me personally, I would love to see you with Ja Rule. I love Ja Rule. I
Oh
think that,
yeah.
yeah, I would definitely see it with that because he does like 'cause I'm looking at what he done with Ashanti. But who would you pick if you had to pick like a male rapper to jump on a record with?
Nas.
Yeah, Nas is dope.
Nas is just
You
dope.
like
Okay.
lyricists. You like lyricists. You like people that really, he's incredible.
and the vibe, he has the vibe,
Yes, absolutely.
and he's timeless, and I'm all about that.
I'm here for it. I can't like for like musically, and I still see you with your label, so you must be happy because I've never seen you do a video like Megan Thee Stallion upset with your label, crying over your contract. So, but I do want to ask you, how is it important for artists to get the right representation? Because I've seen so many artists now still struggle with that. They still having money issues or management issues. How do you stay so content without getting on the internet crying about a bad deal?
Well, you have to. Well, me and the label kind of came into the business together. When the
Okay.
label was forming, was when I signed to the label. So we learned the business together. So, I guess that's something that doesn't happen often. So we, we know what, where we look out for each other's best interests. And that's what I'm so proud of as a label. Like moving forward, whatever artists we work with, it's like we make sure that everybody is treated fairly, that they're happy with the contracts, they're happy with the terms, because we want to grow. We don't want to just take people's money and, like, control people's careers. That's not what we're about, which I think is what makes us unique and different. So I'm blessed,
Yes,
and that's how we do it.
yes. I just want to thank you for coming on the show because you are still out here working. You're not forget you're out here. You just released a new record. You remake a Disney song.
Yes.
What's about that?
Oh my God. Well, it's first of all, it's my pleasure to be on your show. I love you, Wiley, always.
Yes.
Um, so my grandmother inspired me to sing that song. She recently passed in March, right when the COVID thing was happening, and she was so connected to the earth and the beauty of the earth. She would have this She would grow this beautiful flower garden every year. When I was little, she would show me. She had this big crystal collection of minerals and rocks and
Wow.
crystals all throughout her home, and she would teach me about. She mined them by herself in Nova Scotia. She literally went to the earth and got these. And by the way, she gave me the collection. Oh my God, when she
Wow.
passed. I know. It's like such a gift. But anyways, after she passed, I really connected with her spirit, and I felt like she literally guided me to sing this record, um, and to carry on her legacy, but also to put out some healing energy, because it's so negative out there, and we need to really come back to the beauty of nature and life and creation, and why we're here. And so I went ahead and did it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like you always stay working, and I'm excited for the new project. I can't wait when I get
Thank
that
you.
more that press release that your new EP or new album gonna drop. I can't wait. But what do you see yourself in the career wise in the next 5 years?
Well, I want to expand, as a producer and songwriter. I would love to, write for other artists and produce other artists. And as far as like traveling and performing, I have no idea where this world stands right now. It's everything's up in the air. We're going through a huge shift and transformation, but I would love to reach out to younger girls and women and independent artists and kind of mentor or help them and guide them really hone in on their crafts, because I think that's why I'm here, is to really inspire women and girls, and just not just women and girls, independent artists, period, because we have so much to offer to this world. And honing in on all your creative powers and what you can do and offer is important, and also knowing the business as well is important, because there are snakes out there.
Oh yes.
There's snakes out there, and you gotta have the you gotta know. You gotta know.
And you have to have like that good energy. You have to have the right people around you, and not be in everybody's face in the biz. You got because everybody's not going to be your friend, and so it's just not going to be. And when you pop it, everybody want to leech on to you, and some people that leech on necessarily don't have that. That's going to bring you good energy. Some will bring you negative energy.
Yeah, you gotta keep your circle really, really tight, and it's really clear. Like the people who are with you when you're down and you're struggling, that's who you roll with. That's who
Yeah,
you roll with.
come on. Well, I want to thank you, Erica, for coming on the show.
Oh, you're welcome.
Amazing. I'm excited to get you back on because when you were on, I was in my beginning stage. The only thing I had like 500 subscribers. Now we at 11,000. And so,
Okay,
so I thank you.
nice.
Yeah, I thank you for your support. And I can't wait to see a virtual concert just to see because you have an amazing voice.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Your catalog is awesome. I would love to see you do a versus battle because for R&B artists to do get that exposure. Because if you were offered to do that, would you do that?
Yeah, of course. Cause
Yeah,
I'm loving the versus
yeah,
energy. Cause it's not like it's not really competition. It's like
yeah,
a celebration of music. So
yeah.
absolutely.
And then both artists win because the streams go up, people go and buy the music, and it introduced people that necessarily have forgotten about them. Maybe like, oh man, it's been a while. Let me go and get this album, And I think that's just amazing to see artists come together just to celebrate music, and I love
Yeah.
because
That
that's what it is.
that would be dope to do, start like an independent artist versus. That would be dope.
Yes, that will be definitely dope because they need the love, they need the support,
Yeah.
and because there's so many amazing independent artists out here that doesn't necessarily get the attention.
Mhm.
And then if you do get it, you have to really hustle. It's about that work, that work ethic.
Yeah.
Uh, because the mainstream don't want independent to make it because they don't want these mainstream artists to go independent. So because they don't,
That's it.
there's about the money thing because now if you know how to tap into your audience, your Instagram follow, your Twitter following, you got it. You really necessarily don't need the big machine anymore because social media is here now.
That's so true. And I think that's kind of playing out in a way. I think these major labels actually know that.
Yeah.
Um, because what we've seen in the past with artists that got the influence and got, the the ability to influence a lot of people, and then they left the label, that the labels were, they were heated because they knew that that artist could stand on their own. And I think that's what's happening now with social media, like you said. um, Once you get to where you're at, you can be your own, you can represent your own self. And I agree.
Yes. Well, how could the people get in contact with you, Erica? Your social media and stuff.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Arika Kane, Facebook, Arika Kane, Twitter at Arika Kane. And just in case you don't know, it's Arika with the
Yeah.
Arika. That's very important. Very important. It's not
Yeah.
Erica, it's Arika. And my website is arikakane.com.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you for coming on, Erica Kane. Thank you.
You're welcome, Wiley. Love you.
Love you too. Oh my God, I'm excited to get you back on. I
Yes,
Oh wow,
soon.
you're gonna be getting the Grammys. It's so much you're gonna accomplish, and
Thank
God
you.
have you. Like your career is you're gonna go higher and higher. Before you know it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm like, I got my eighth Grammy. It's just gonna happen. Even if you don't have you at peace, you have that good energy. And that's what's needed. And you're not nasty and snobby. So
Thank you. Yes. No, we're not. We got enough of that out there in the world. So,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Thank you, love. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all go check out Erica Kane music. Make sure y'all go download her music, stream it, and it's on iTunes, so it's available out there. and I will continue to support her. So thank you again.
Thank you, Wiley.
You
Talk
welcome.
to you soon.
Okay, now bye bye.
Bye.
So I'm excited. It was a pleasure getting her on the show, and I go way back with Arika, and I go way back with her record label. Record label was incredible. I remember when they first started. I was like, oh my gosh, how this gonna work? And baby, after they, Arika Kane, you got Omar Wilson, you got T Bars, you got Raheem. Like you have so many artists from that label doing it, and a lot of all of them, pretty much that I named, have been on the Wiley Show. So I want to thank that record label. Shout out to them for their love and for their support for what they have accomplished. So make sure y'all go download Arika Kane music, go stream her music. Just go and stream it. I'm excited. So I'll be back with another video. I'm up and awake, so I don't know what we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna talk about some stuff. So I can't wait. But then I'm gonna check her out. I like her energy. Please do. And one of my favorite songs from her, I meant to tell her this. One of my favorite songs from her is "Here with Me." That is one of my favorite. "Here with Me" is my favorite record. "Here with Me," and my second one that I like is like neck and neck. Is there featuring Brian McKnight. Them two records, drink you some wine. It's like a chill, like it's really a beautiful vibe, beautiful energy. All right, y'all gotta go. If you missed this interview, please replay it, hit the thumbs up button, comment and subscribe. I will see y'all back with another video. This is lit. I love her.